Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with yet another video of the Arizona Sports Fan. Thank you so very much for coming back, guys. I really do appreciate it. And on this video, I wanted to talk about another transaction that the Arizona Cardinals has just made. Now, yesterday, I put out a video for the final 53-man roster. It doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like the Arizona Cardinals are continuing to add more players that they feel like is going to go ahead and give them more of an opportunity to win some games in the NFL. Their latest transaction is Angelo Blackson. We're going to go ahead and dive into it here shortly. Who might not make it in the Cardinals 53-man roster anymore, like who might be cut, and who is Angelo Blackson. We're going to go ahead and dive into it all shortly. Go ahead and roll that intro. Alright guys, welcome back. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, I wanted to talk about the latest acquisition from the Arizona Cardinals, that being Angelo Blackson. Now, he's 6'4", 319 pounds. He has been 5 years in the NFL. This year is going to be his 6th year coming into the NFL. I believe he was drafted back in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. He was drafted by the Tennessee Titans, and he ended up spending 2 years there and 3 years with the Houston Texans. So last year, as far as stats go, he started 15 out of the 16 games. He had 20 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a quarterback hit. Now, once I've heard this news, my mind went to like, so we had our final 53-man roster yesterday, and now we're adding another player. So who's going to get cut? Now, looking at the roster, Angelo Blackson, which is the latest acquisition from the Arizona Cardinals, plays in the defensive line, especially in the interior part of it all. So who I think might not be able to continue with the Arizona Cardinals, the one person I can really think of is maybe Michael Dogby. He can possibly maybe not make it past, next week. He can very well get cut, or maybe even to the practice squad. Now, we don't really have too much of a relationship with Michael Dogby. I know he's been with the Arizona Cardinals for a little bit, but it seems like he's going to be the odd man out, especially with, new talent coming in with Licky Fotu, with Rashad Lawrence, with Jordan Phillips. So it seems like we're going to be sticking with that type of plan. But Angelo Blackson is the latest acquisition from the Arizona Cardinals, coming in from Houston. Now, honestly, I really do like the Houston defense. If we can somehow get that sort of like spunk, that sort of like tough mentality back into this defense, I can probably see us being a top 10 type defense. But first, I know I don't want to go ahead and get too crazy out there, because our defense last year was probably ranked like really, really low. But honestly, coming back in with Vance Joseph, second year coming through, we have all the pieces that he can possibly use. The only weak spot that I can kind of think of is probably the cornerback position at this point. Adding Angelo Blackson is just another piece that's going to go ahead and give us a little bit more juice, a little bit more power in that interior line to see some pressure on the quarterback on the opposite side, guys. So welcome in Angelo Blackson. He is the newest member of the Arizona Cardinals. And I know a lot of people might be saying like, okay, so if he got cut from the Texans, then why should we be happy about it? Also, keep in mind, we've had our cuts, and I'm pretty sure that there are some teams out there that are looking at our cuts who we ended up cutting. And it's pretty much the same thing for all 32 teams. They have their own individual cuts, just depending on who they ended up drafting, who they ended up going with in free agency, what their plan is for the future. And Angelo Blackson didn't seem to be in the future plans for the Texans, and he pretty much fell in our lap at this point. Now, I don't really know too much about the individual, but I like that Texans defense. I always felt like they were really, really good against the run, and if we can just get a little bit of that mentality into our defensive line, I'm super happy with it, guys. So let me know what you guys think about the latest signing. Let me know in the comments below. If you're new, please consider subscribing. And yeah, that's all I got for this episode, guys. Thank you so much, and I'm out. Thank you.